So hello everybody, welcome to SciPy 2013. This is the largest SciPy that we've ever had, so congratulations. It's great to have you here. My name is Anthony Skopatz, and I'm going to be emceeing the conference, so I'll be running the sessions and the lightning talks and things like that, and keeping things moving smoothly throughout the conference. And it's my pleasure right now to introduce the two conference co-chair organizers. So first we have Andy Terrell, who's a longtime friend and colleague, and didn't send me a bio. And then
It's online, man.
It's online, yeah, it's true. I didn't go to the website that we made together. So, and then there's Jonathan Roche. So Jonathan has been a community member and scientific software developer at Enthought for the last 3 years. As such, he develops custom softwares in Python, contributes to open source projects, offers training on scientific Python all around the world. He holds a PhD in physics and was in a previous life chasing signatures of the Higgs boson in cosmological data and in particle physics experiments. So let's welcome both of them.
Welcome. We are so glad to be here. Jonathan and I have been working on this since December, I think. November, okay. And so this is, it's been a really exciting year for us because this is, as we've said, the largest conference in our history. We're growing pretty rapidly at this point. And we feel like the SciPy is kind of one of the unique places for us, and we are very fond of this conference because it's one of the only places where science and code kind of mingle and vice versa, participate in a way that is much more meaningful and open than a lot of conferences that we know. And so it is one of those places where reproducibility actually can mean something because we actually share our code and where people can actually come and find out new things about what's happening in the field and affect the community. We also have a surprisingly large French contingent here, and people named Matt. But that aside, we have people from all over the globe. I think we have almost every continent that's somewhat inhabited represented, and we're experiencing more people every year from all walks of life. We have scientists, code monkeys, engineers, hackers, and even a few, I don't know, hackers, I guess is what I was going to say. I got to follow the script. So this year, our themes are reproducibility and machine learning. Katie and Matt, who are our co-program chairs, kind of came together and decided that was what our community really wanted after an intense discussion about what we should do. And we have 3 keynote speakers who are going to give different sides of those stories in some depth. And this morning we'll hear later from Fernando on his work in that side of things. We have a variety of events that you can go to. We've already had the tutorials, but you'll continue to learn throughout the week. Here we'll have some talks. We'll have mini symposiums, which people of different domains can get together and discuss their domain in Python. This year we've done quite a bit of different stuff with the BOFs, and we've tried to include more BOFs with the Birds of Feathers session. And then at the end, we hope everyone stays for sprints. And of course, the important part of the sprints, which is the intense debating at the evening social event. We might decide whether NumPy should be in C or C++ or maybe Java. Just throwing that out. So we welcome you. We hope you grow your skills, showcase your tools, hash out your ideas with your peers, and come contribute back to the community while you're here this year. And I pass it over to Jonathan.
You do the sponsor now?
I'll do. You have the community.
All right, so welcome again to everybody. So this conference is organized by the community and for the community. So my main message, I'm not going to talk for very long, but my main message is make it yours. This is your conference, and there are many ways you can make it yours. We've been trying to make it yours already for the past 6 months. So we've organized polls for the mini symposium themes to be chosen by you guys. we are organizing buffs, and they have been organizing already ahead of time so people can be aware of them and attend them. We're organizing sprints. There are a gigantic list of awesome sprints, and it's an opportunity for newcomers to learn, an opportunity for project leaders to grow their community and teach people how to contribute. So many different ways. We have a women in tech mixer to extend and make everybody feel very welcome in this conference. Newcomers, old hats, and so on and so forth. So we really encourage you to also make this Twitter feed blow up here. There is a prize if you manage to tweet that many and blow up the website. Getting the community input is also one way for you to be able to provide some input is by filling up some the feedback form that tutorial attendees received last night. So please help us make this conference even better next year. But I think so far it's going pretty well. So like I said, I want to welcome newcomers in particular. Pretty much because we've grown by 75% since last year, pretty much half of this audience is newcomers. So don't feel like you're alone, not knowing many people or only by names, and make it yours as well. And yeah, so that's it. So I'm going to give it back to Andy. Maybe I'll talk about I want to spend a little bit of time and talk about the organizers, because I think we really need to thank them pretty hard. So when your name comes, please stand up and we'll give them a hand at the very end, okay? So this conference could not have been taking place without so many hands helping out, and Andy and I were really lucky. We've been working with a dream team, so I really think that they need a deep thank you, pretty hard from all of you. So I'm going to mention Katie Huff and Matthew McCormick, who have been PC chairs. Please stand up. Actually, please stand up, and we'll thank them at the very end, all of them together, okay? So you have to stay standing up even if you've been running this morning. So Francesca Alted and Dara Spothina have been heading the tutorials. We'll thank them later. Mike and Tremby and Anthony Skopats have been helping with the community and outreach and the communication. Corin Webster and Peter Wang, unfortunately Peter couldn't make it to the conference at the last minute, but Peter and Corin have been heading the sprints effort, and we have an awesome line of sprints for Friday and Saturday. Cal Mandley and Matthew Turk have been and are still working on setting up the buffs for the entire week. So if you want to chat, if you want to discuss anything, hash it out, buffs are there for you, and that's you should talk to them and sign up at the registration desk. Stefan Wonderwald, Jared Millman, Perry Greenfield, and Corin Hinzen have been working hard for the proceedings to move forward and to be available soon after the conference. There'll be also a special issue in the CSD journal. So we're making good progress on this front also. Leah Silen has been helping with the poster session. So if she's in the room, please stand up as well. And thank you for your work. Leah Jones have been doing a crazy amount of work. You may, probably many of you know her already, the little lady at the registration desk and helping everybody at all hours of day. So she's probably over there still helping. I want to mention all the interns that have been helping make this conference happen during this week, all the organizations. So Nora Durham, Rabia Ahmed, Brett Patterson and Adam Hughes have been helping a lot, stuffing bags and so on and so forth. So many things that need to happen. Ivanov have been setting up this website, and it's really nice and much better than it was in the past, I think. And a few more hands at Enthought to make all of this happening. So let's give them a big hand right now.
So next we want to recognize our sponsors. This year we've had a tremendous turnout with our sponsors, and it's just been so great to see it kind of grow much more. Without our sponsors, this conference would just not be possible. There's a lot of work that goes into making everything work out, and usually the sponsors are the ones that are the first seeds of money so that we can actually start getting things going, because everybody registers at the last minute. So this year we had two platinum sponsors. The Los Alamos National Labs stepped up with a platinum this year and was a huge help. So if you see Arik Hodberg or Andrzej Sertek, if you guys are in the room, please stand. There we go. Give them a big welcome and thank them for... So, just like the organizers, we're going to name a lot of sponsors right now, so please hold your applause till the end. And like the last year, Google Open Source returned as a platinum sponsor, so big thank you there. We have 5 silver level sponsors this year. Well, we went from 5 to 8 this year, which is great representation from these organizations. So if you're here in person, when I call your company's name, please stand. I know there's some people here and some are busily writing their talks. So Continuum Analytics, GitHub, Indeed.com. I know there's some Indeed folks here. There we go. Kitware is a big sponsor this year. Schrodinger and Wise.io. Thank you for sponsoring at the silver level. We really appreciate you guys. Let's give a round of applause to all of our sponsors. So in addition to having a large industry presence, we also have quite a few open source and media sponsorships, and I'd like to recognize some of them this year. There's 6 organizations. NumFocus was a silver sponsor last year, and they've helped us sponsor 2 students attending this year. Special thanks to them. The Python Software Foundation raised their sponsorship from a silver to a silver plus level. They wanted something more than just silver, so we had to do. In addition, both NumFocus and the PSF are supporting the Women in Tech Mixer on Thursday night. For those of you attending the sprints, you'll be glad to know that Wingware helped make it possible. And remember that there's some barbecue and beer Friday evening for sprinters. Yeah. I'd also like to call out some of our community and media sponsors this year. O'Reilly Media, who's going to provide a book signing at the reception tonight. Computing and Science and Engineering Magazine. No Starch Press, Python Weekly, and PyLadies. We really appreciate the promotion to drive our record attendance this year. Finally, I'd like to thank our institutional sponsor, who has been putting this thing on for 12 years and many years coming out in the red and just suffering through to make sure that we had a good community space. But that their administrative support and financial backing is the thing that's led this conference for many years. So I want to give out a really big thank you to InThought for everything they've done. So once again, if you see sponsors, please thank them, for they're the ones who made everything happen here. And I think we'll turn the floor over to Anthony to get the meeting started.